Welcome back, everyone. Halloween Haunts 365. I'm Jared.
And I'm Terry. But
How you doing?
I think I'm delirious
Yeah,
from
I
being
think
so
You're
tired.
crazy. All right, so quick couple announcements before we get through this awesome interview tonight.
We have a grandbaby.
Oh yeah, I forgot we have a grandbaby. I wasn't getting into that. I've been working on this live show all day. So welcome, Nico, newest member. We got to get him a onesie.
Yes, we do.
All right, but the real news is we're going live
Yes.
August 18th.
I am so excited.
Howler's Hatchet House, 3 p.m. Actually, you know what? We're just going to watch the video. All right, Howler's Hatchet House, promo code to get 20% off of axe throwing, HH365. Easy to remember.
Yes.
All right, now also subscribe because we're almost there. We're almost there.
We're almost there.
We're almost there. Trying to hit that 1,000.
I know. We're almost there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to keep her waiting much longer. Tonight we have, let's switch screens here, Isabel from Laurel's House of Horror. How are you? That's the wrong screen. Hi, Isabel. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
Good. So now, guys, this is Isabel, and it's not just us again. I hit the right button this time. You think after 2 years I'd hit the right damn button, but what are you going to do?
It happens.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm sitting in my art studio right now, just hanging out, avoiding the amount of heat that is outside of this house.
Yeah.
It's been absolutely disrespectful outside. I refuse to leave the home. It's just horrible.
I've been complaining since June. I hate it. I don't own a coat to let you know how much I love winter. So yeah, this is not for me. This is bullshit, and I want haunt season here.
I want
Absolutely,
it to be.
yes.
Yep.
I need my fall. I need my winter. I need it to be so cold that I can feel it in my bones. And still only put a hoodie on. That's what I need.
Yeah.
This heat is insane.
I
It's
know. I want to
gross.
be able to get out of an attraction, be cold, and have to have that hot chocolate before the next one. That's all I want out of
Yes.
life.
Absolutely agree.
Telling you.
I don't remember it being like that last year where you had a hot chocolate because it was, I feel like it was warm all the way through.
Well, we had the rainy ones.
Yeah.
So, Brighton, it was cold because it was pouring. We had the walk from the supermarket.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't have any hot chocolate, but yes, we did because we stopped
Yeah,
at Dunkin' after.
we stopped at
That's
Dunkin'.
right. All right. So, enough about us. Tell us a little bit about your haunt journey. Where do you come from? How'd you start? What's going on?
Well, my haunt journey actually started before haunt, the haunt world for me. I started in the industry, entertainment world, working at amusement parks and working for big corporations that had pretty much like kind of characters that families took pictures with, Santa Claus in that realm first. And then I ended up in the haunt world actually at Six Flags first.
Okay.
One of my best friends was working with characters. I started working for just kind of helping out a little bit here and there and becoming like a victim every once in a while, just kind of running past some of their haunt actors and kind of pretending to be chased by them. And that's kind of where my haunt world started. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. I really, really like it. And then I came across another haunt with her, and it was an indoor industrial zombie haunt. And actually, that's where I met Alejo about 13 years ago. He was a baby. Don't tell him I said that, but it's fine. He was starting off in the makeup world as well and acting as well as, but I started doing the same thing there, just kind of like filling in here and there. But for me, haunting and being a haunt actor wasn't as much fun as watching like the marketing end of everything and the merch end of everything. And just kind of being part of the building and like fabrication of stuff, because I also have a theater background. So my theater background was about 25 years worth of theater from high school through college. And when my kids got older, they started doing theater. So I was always in that fabrication part of everything and that marketing part and everything like that. So I started dipping into that end of haunts, like the haunt world and the haunt industry. And that's kind of where I've been and stayed for the past 10 years.
Okay. Very cool. Now I'm going to send this off topic real quick. How important are merch or haunt shops to a haunted attraction? Can you win this argument for me?
Really important, because it really gives that haunt world, or like that haunt itself, kind of like a, not really a label, but you become a walking advertisement. When people purchase your stuff, you can walk out of there just like Disney, just like amusement parks. When you walk out of somewhere that has, you're wearing their merch, then people know who you are. Essentially, they'll be like, oh, that's a really cool hoodie you're wearing. Where is that from? Laurel's House of Horror. Tell me about it. And that's where that word of mouth comes. And then when your merch is either on a pin, like if you're wearing, like for me, I this enamel pin vest that I have on, I have it on here, or patches, hoodies. All those things are important, because then you become that in haunts walking advertisement for them, and those are really important for the haunt industry and that haunt itself.
Say it for the back, because I've been saying this for 9 years now.
That's important.
Say it from the back.
It's really important for a lot of companies, but because you've got companies, huge companies that are constantly selling their merch and changing it very often. That's also very important too, is you want people to constantly keep buying your merch. So you also want to change things up at least every year, add on a piece or change something to that piece that's already there, so that you can have a continuation of people purchasing things. Yeah. Especially if you've got a lot of people who are returning, because if they're buying the same shirt over and over again, that becomes a stale item.
Right. And my whole point, I've had this discussion with many managers and owners, is if you're not selling hoodies with your logos on it by the end of September, you fucked up. Because
absolutely.
A, it's marketing, it's free marketing. B, it's income, because guess what? It's warm during the day. They didn't bring that hoodie at night, and that hayride's cold. You will sell out.
Yep.
If you don't,
and haunters love hoodies.
Exactly. If you sell one thing, it's got to be a hoodie. T-shirts are cool, but it's more the, damn, I'm cold, mommy. Can I have this $50 hoodie? All right. Yeah. That's what a lot of places miss the mark on that. For especially us, the full outdoor haunts. Like,
absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Especially outdoor haunts. We are an indoor haunt. You know that, but like people see the design. That's also really important. They don't see the price tag. They see the design. They're like, this is really awesome. It's something that they're going to wear all year long as well. And especially if it's comfortable and if it's soft. You don't ever want to go with a hoodie that's going to be too heavy, because you want people to still wear it in the spring. Our hoodies are something that I definitely still wear all year long, except for right now, because it's way too hot. But at night, if it gets cool, I'll still put it on because it's comfortable, and that's what you want people to come from it. So you want that, that hoodie. Hoodies are amazing for us. We have them all year long, and it doesn't matter what time of year it is. We have them.
Yeah. It's just, to me, it's a big miss in the industry right now. It really is. Like, I understand it costs money up front, but if you don't date them, you're good. You can just keep selling them. When did you start at Laurel's? So
I started actually at Laurel. I'm going in my 4th year.
Okay.
I always have to count a little bit. So it was I don't want to say by accident, but a good friend of mine was going in as a makeup artist and wanted to have me and my kids come and visit her while she was doing makeup. And we were like, sure, we'll go over there. And my daughter was like, oh, this looks really cool. I really raised my kids to love horror movies and not be scared of them and kind of love that genre. And I thought, she was a little too young to do that, but I was like, sure, you want to like try it out for the night? It'll be a lot of fun. So she got stuck in it. She was like, I love this. I want to keep going. And I was like, oh, do you guys need any help with anything? And so I started helping out with just kind of checking people in, getting them, checked in for makeup and for stuff like that, and just kind of like helping out a little bit. And I want to say I didn't get stuck, but I was like, I'm in love with this. This is awesome. And just kind of being a part of that family was amazing, and meeting everyone. And that's when I met Mandy. I already knew Alejo, of course. He's the one who kind of invited us in to kind of be a part of that. And then the following year is when they brought me in using the skills that I already had, the marketing and the merch and everything like that. And I was like, let me bring in what I know and what I've done for the past 20 years everywhere else to Laurel and enhance what you guys already have and bring it to the next level.
Yeah, that gift shop. I'm calling it a haunt shop, but many people call it different things.
Haunt shop, yes, let's go.
We'll go haunt shop because you sell a little bit of everything in
Right.
there. Some of your designs,
Yes.
some other stuff, and some Laurel's merch. So, tell me a little bit about the process to get to where you are now in that shop, because it's completely different from the first time we were there.
A lot.
Absolutely. So what we do so what Mandy, the process is what we wanted to really bring in. What I really wanted to bring in was vendors from around our area, from Maryland in general, was to showcase their work, not just from like a wholesale somewhere where I buy a bunch of stuff and sell it, which is great because that's what I saw a lot when I went for my first trans world was, okay, I can buy from this person, I can buy from that person, but that's what everyone is selling. That's what every haunt is selling. I want us to be just a little bit different. Who can I get a hold of that has really awesome stuff that they're making on their own that fits our genre, that fits our style, and works with us as well, like just fits us. And so started, talking to a few people here and there that we already had from when I came in. And then we started talking to other people. Mandy and I started going to other events and meeting other people. And I was like, oh, I really love your stuff, or I really love your jewelry. Our 3D print guy is amazing. What can we fit with our genre, and doing that. And then we were like, let's do other things that we can do. And I've been an working artist for, half my life. What are some of the things that we can do? Like Mandy just showed off like some things in my face. Was what kind of things that can we do in-house as well? And that's where we kind of wanted to just have that collaboration between artists, local artists, and us to kind of just bring them in, because that collaboration, that it just gives us more of like a home like feel for us, especially with the artists that you see them at events, but the best way to get their work out is to get them into somewhere else. And then for them to bring people into our haunt is to have their work there, because then they get people to come to the haunt to buy stuff from us as well. But then also, hey, check out my stuff at the haunt, but also go to the haunt because they're awesome. So it just kind of, it's like a very big circle, and we love it.
Very cool. So, what has kept you so passionate in the haunt industry? Like, I know the answer, but
Honestly, just a few things. Honestly, both my kids are haunt actors, and so I love watching them grow into their passion, with their acting and everything like that, and their characters. But honestly, it's creating the things that I've been creating with my art as well, but also working with this family, with this haunt family. I love being at Laurel. It's we have just a tight knit family. Like, Mandy's at my house right now, just making faces at me. I wouldn't be able to do this without her, or stick her middle finger. I mean, that's fine.
That's fine.
We're just such a tight knit family, but also at the same time, And I think I talked to you guys before this interview. Was 10 years ago I was diagnosed with lupus and my type 1 diabetes. Because of that, I needed an outlet to get through all of the changes in my body that was happening. And having this family has been probably the best support that I've ever had within this last 10 years of going through all these changes. So that right there alone has been the biggest, thing for me to just keep going in this industry, because at the same time, it's not just at Laurel, but it's also outside of Laurel. All the support I've been getting from all the haunters that I've been meeting, and just seeing people love my work, it's just been a constant thing for me, and I love it.
It's awesome.
So you've answered like a bunch of our questions already, so I
That's
go
okay.
digging down. That's good. That's good work. What are some of the most popular items in the haunt shop, and how do you decide what to stock? Well, you kind of answered the back part, but what was a big seller last year?
Big
Ooh,
sell-
I like that.
Oh yes, our bloody Starbucks cups. This one's got jewels on it though, but
Oh, that's
we've got
cute.
some. Yeah, we sold out at the Let's Go Music Festival, so we don't have any in stock right now. But we also have a new one that's coming out as well. But this is full perma blood right down the Starbucks cup. Starbucks pretty much hates us right now because we keep selling out, buying all their cups. But also this one is UV. Still by Pale Night. It's a
that.
UV green. It if I turn the lights off, it actually had a UV light on it, which I don't know where it is right now. This is turned bright green, and we love it. So these are our two. The Permanent Blood one was our bestseller last year. This is going to be our new one this year. A lot of and then Laurel based stuff. Definitely our hoodies. We work alongside with our graphic designer Chad Savage, who did our design last year, and then he did our Maryland based haunt design this year that we rolled out at the halfway. And so that design has been really well perceived, and that one actually almost sold out. We're almost at the end of that one too, so we're going to definitely bring that back in because it's a Maryland shirt. But it's hard for us to keep up a lot with the demands that we want to do, because we always want to change things. We always want to bring new stuff in. But it's been a lot of fun trying to come up with really fun ideas, especially with this one over here. I will put her on camera if she keeps rolling around my basement though.
she's more than welcome. Hop on in, Mandy. It'll be fun. The water's
She
fine.
said absolutely not.
Oh, so whose Slytherin flag is that in the back? That's yours? Or are you in? There we go. Now we're doing it.
Oh my god. That is Mandy. That is mine. I'm actually a Slytherin.
Oh, okay.
Both of my kids are different ones as well, but I actually got that when I went to Disney when Harry Potter actually first opened. I was there when it first opened years ago. My kids were babies, I think. And I was like, I need to have it. And it's been rolling around my house, and finally found a spot for it. So
Very awesome. Slytherin house, dear. We gotta figure out what house you're in. What house do they not do anything? Because that's her house.
Shut the hell up.
Hufflepuff.
There you go. You're a Hufflepuff. I really wish I had Terry's job for this. Like, I spent literally all day working and making live show promos, and she just has to come on, put her headphones on, and she's good to go. See,
Good to
she's
go.
rock back and forth.
But it's fine. It's fine because we love her anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So-
thank you. I love you guys too.
No, she does the people reach out. Like when we're out places and I'm busy, she talks to people. So that's
What do you mean when you're
that's
busy?
when she shines.
This means when you don't want to talk to people.
Listen, I completely understand.
Yeah. But I've changed because we
You
almost
have.
Field of Screams media night. I almost missed the last attraction because I'm
Yeah.
too busy chatting. And I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna close. Yeah. All right. So what else we got? So you kind of covered that. How do you create a spooky and immersive atmosphere in the merch haunt shop that complements the haunted attraction?
Well, I can tell you right now, with
I mean, there.
yeah, we put a nice, really awesome drag queen in there. So our, as you guys know, our midway is huge.
Yes.
So the biggest, obstacle we had when Alejo first moved me in there, said, "We've got to fill this. What are we gonna do?" It and he was like, "We're gonna have photo shoots on this side. We're gonna have the queen on this side. We're gonna put your merch here." And I was like, "Wow." Now we have to light it. So Matt, our lighting guy, is amazing and has put lighting everywhere, making it look awesome. The one thing I was really concerned was because it's so dark, how do we light things up and look awesome? Matt's done an amazing job with all the lighting, and Alejo putting in, strings of light everywhere, with our loud music in there. It's been such a great atmosphere in there, but also keeping it spooky. A lot of it is also with our displays and essentially how we put things together. My right hand girl, Lori, I do have to give her a shout out for this as well. Has been amazing in the merch room with me, because I can literally say, "This is my vision," and she'll be like, "I got you, hold on," and then we'll start moving things around, and she just knows how I kind of have my vision and kind of figure out what I want it to look like. But a lot of it is just getting that lighting and kind of like that atmosphere of having, our photo booths and our queen in there, and just having everything in there with the merch and everything, just moving it. Because all of our merch, especially our shirts, our hoodies, and everything's black. How do you light that? So our lighting has been absolute key in there.
And I was really shocked when I saw it and we walked in for I think we first saw it last Valentine's Day. And wow. I mean, it made you want to go over and look at the shit. It just shined, it shimmered, and you could see all the t-shirts with no problem, but it was still dark as hell in there. So like, you guys really killed it by keeping the atmosphere and still been able to see everything. I wasn't falling over people.
Exactly. It's all, I'm telling you, it's the lighting. I mean, when Matt was putting all the big lights in, all the go-go lights and everything, I was like, man, I really hope this is enough light. But he did a fantastic job putting those lights in and stringing things up. And I mean, it's exactly that lighting in general.
If I hide us real quick, I can, well, hopefully I don't hit the wrong button here. I'm going to hide us real quick so we could see, because I actually have a picture. Oh, that's the wrong button. All right, so guys, that is Terry sitting in front of the display cabinet. But you have no problem seeing the t-shirts even from far back. I love the blue lights. They're blue in my camera, but I think they're more purple. Were they?
Yeah, I think
there might be purple.
Yeah,
they're purple, and then we change them every once in a while depending on the.
But it's
on the
so
season.
cool looking. You want to go over and look at them. You know what I mean? Like even the shirt boxes are lit. I mean, you guys really knocked that out of the park, and I love the photo ops. And you can tell I love the photo ops because it's been in like 4 of my reels.
Yes, we love it.
Listen, Alejo was very inspired by the Universal tribute stores.
Yes,
Except we don't have Universal budget.
No,
we do our best. Our best.
It's
Well, we use the slanted floors in there too.
Yeah, the slanted floors are a trick. You gotta us being at the register, we have to sit down, because if not, we'll be literally on top of the registers the entire night, or our feet hurt. We tend to, when there's nobody in there, run around the slanted floors with no shoes on. It's easier than trying to stay in our shoes. But the slanted floors were a task at first when we first opened that room.
very cool. Yeah, it's a really cool room. It really is. It definitely adds to the haunt and the night. It really does. So what else we got there? So what challenges do you face in managing the haunt shop, especially during the crazy ass season we got coming?
Inventory. When we run out of things go so quickly sometimes, where I'll be like, oh my goodness, did we just run out of t-shirts? And we'll be, or a certain size. For us, large goes really, really quickly, and then sometimes our largest size. And they'll go so fast that sometimes we don't have time to like order enough, so we'll go a week and a half without a certain size, and it's really challenging because people come in and they'll be like, oh, we need this size. I'm like, can you come back next week? it's really hard sometimes. But or if one of our own designs or one of our own objects or products go really fast, or something that we're doing goes really fast, and I don't have time to remake them, or before our next opening week, because Sunday comes and the next thing we know, Friday's here, and I've only made 2 bloody cups when we needed 12 bloody cups. So inventory for us is the trickiest part, because sometimes it's only me and Mandy remaking things, or it might just only be me because she might be in the middle of doing costumes and makeup and trying to do marketing stuff on her own.
Dragging
And I
hot groups
can't-
around. And...
Yeah, dragging hot groups around and doing paranormal tours, and she's doing all the hats. So sometimes I'll be on the phone with her and going, okay, I need to do like 12 new whatever. And sometimes it'll be just me. So I feel like I do need a team at this point at this year. But that is the trickiest part, and that is the biggest challenge for us. So hopefully we can get some volunteers if you guys ever want to come do crafting with us. I'm more than welcome to.
You don't want him to do crafting. God,
Do you
no.
see what I put together in here?
It was beautiful.
I mean, I
You're
know.
more. You can bark the orders and tell everybody, what you're
There you
thinking
go.
up here.
So-
But for
Mandy will
you-
show you how to bloody some cups. She'll be great.
I can bloody cups.
There's a science to it.
There's science.
I can bloody
There is a
cups.
science
I'm good
to
at
it,
science. I'm an engineer.
Yeah.
I could do this.
Yeah, you can do that.
There you go.
See, there we
Because
go.
you have to murder somebody.
I could probably do that quicker than bloodying a cup. So that's
Yeah.
probably fine.
And
He's it.
ducks. We bloody ducks.
Oh, and bloody ducks. Oh, I don't have any bloody ducks in there.
Ooh,
Charlie,
bloody
give me the
ducks.
I have one in my car.
So I don't even have, that's so sad. We ran out of bloody ducks. But if you saw anybody at East Coast have bloody ducks, or even on my Instagram,
I'll have to
I have
look
bloody
at the
ducks on
Instagram.
there.
Let me
Yeah.
write
Yeah,
that
I'll
down.
have to look
Yes.
at that.
I don't have my sheet over here. You're screwing up my
I know,
flow
and we
here.
ran out, and then I think
I
some
don't. I
of
can't
them
put it.
took,
It's fine. I'm listening.
and Midwest took some bloody ducks with them as well. So there was bloody ducks. So essentially the whole concept was everyone had the whole, ducks for Jeeps.
Yep.
And I was like, would it be cool to just bloody ducks and then put a little tag on it that says you've been ducked by Laurel's House of Horror, and just take them, and just as a marketing ploy, we took them to Awesome Con, and then we took them to East Coast. And at East Coast, we had people handing them out, throwing them during some games, and it was a big hit. So it became a point where I think at one point, so far, we have handed out and thrown to people about 500 bloody ducks.
All right, stock
Everywhere.
up for the
So-
next East Coast, because I'm going to
Yes.
sit right there and I'm going to launch these across the floor.
Yes,
And we
absolutely.
had wheels at East Coast. We should have gave him a duck.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did have wheels. I was rolling around. I forgot.
Yeah.
already. Wow.
we'll definitely have to make sure you get a bloody duck.
Oh, I'm getting one, and I'm going to sit next to
Yes.
you, and we're going to launch them all over the trade
Yes,
floor.
everywhere.
And I'm going to throw it right at Reapers, Field of Screams. It's coming at you.
Yes, perfect. He's gonna launch all our bloody ducks for us.
I'm not allowed to throw the ducks because I like to have target practice.
He does.
Oh, I'm throwing it right at Gumby. I'm going to hit Gumby with 4 of them from Margolf's.
I love Gumby. If you ever have the chance to see Gumby's Braveheart speech to his actors, it is one of the most magical things you ever could see.
I'm going to make him do it for me.
It's great.
Yeah.
We love our friends at Marcos.
Yeah,
Yes, Mark
huge
is the
fans.
best.
I love that interview. We went for an hour and a half on camera,
And
And
then
then
It's
another-
easy with those guys. They're great.
and then another hour off the camera. I think the dog was straining to hold its urine. So I already answered that question because I wanted to win my point. So how do guests typically respond to the haunt shop? Do you have any interesting stories or feedback from customers?
A lot of people always want to try to purchase the old shirts, because we still have everything displayed. But really, I don't have anyone who's given me anything interesting other than they'll tell me they already know the artist that has their stuff in our store. they'll be like, oh, I know them, and they'll give me a story about them, and I'm like, that's awesome, and that's what I love about it. We did have a artist who does earrings for us, and her earrings are very inclusive and very different. And there was one that looked like bloody pads. And I had a woman come up to me and she goes, these are the most magnificent things I've ever seen in my entire life. And I had to have them. And I said, okay. But people just love coming through it and just kind of looking through it and just seeing all the different things. Like I said, what we have jewelry, we have witchy stuff, we have our bruja bucket, which is literally a cauldron of just witch stuff that they can scoop out and put in a baggie and purchase the bag of like witchy things. Then we have our Laurel stuff, and then we have our 3D print stuff, and our 3D print guy is amazing. So a lot of people just love the difference of everything that's there. It's not just one thing. And so I think that's the one thing I love. People just always say they love the different things that we have. And this year we are definitely going to try to bring even more different things that we can find, especially different artists that we know.
I can't wait.
Yeah. We're gonna have to dock the whole night at Laurel's because I'm just gonna go
Yes.
down at the gift shop. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you can tease something to them.
Oh boy.
What's the teaser?
It hasn't been announced yet. But the first, should we give them the date? There's going to be a slasher night.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's going to be a slasher night.
Pretty exciting.
There's going to be a couple theme nights this season.
Yes.
Nice.
And those theme nights are definitely, you're going to see,
Oh
because
man,
it is our
you just
10th
made
year.
my life so much harder with the schedule.
Yes.
Doc.
Yes. So it is our 10th year this year. So those theme nights, of course, will be reflected very much in the merch room. So yes, it's going to
the year of
be,
the X.
it's going to be the year of the X.
Year of the X.
That's very, very wrestling. I
So
feel
I,
like.
Except they used to do it.
so
But yes,
I guess we're going
Yes.
there a few times.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
yeah. I mean, we'll
Yes.
see how this all plays out.
they just need a year pass.
Listen,
We're just
off
gonna need.
record, when we're off record, we'll give you the date.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, and I will keep that secret because I'm good at that.
Yes.
We're just gonna need a little apartment there.
And we're gonna need a
Yeah.
house in Maryland, apparently.
just an Airbnb.
Yeah.
in
Listen, maybe you just stay the night at the haunt.
Or yes, you can spend the night at the haunt.
she just shit herself.
She's like, absolutely not.
Not many people want to do that because of our friends that come out at night.
I think I could do it.
I know you did it, but we lived in
No,
a haunted
I don't
house.
know. So one thing we have figured out is not one of us are able to walk the building all the way through in the dark by ourselves.
No.
That
Wow.
building after 11 o'clock takes on a whole nother beast.
Mhm.
I'm up for the challenge. I want to do it.
I won't go from midway to the bathroom by myself if it's late at night. I won't do it. It's too much. And that's a short walk. So yeah.
Which that's something that we're going to come into the March.
Very cool. All right, what else we got? Let me see what other fun story
we
we
did
have
that.
here. We did that.
All the
They teased already some next year. Oh my God, we're running
Yep.
out of questions. This is your fault because I had to come up with the questions.
I'm sorry, I was working.
It's so funny, guys. We know usually a week in advance of what interview we're doing, and we have Google Docs so she can sit on her phone and.
I was working.
We know about it for 2 weeks now.
I've been a little busy.
A grandkid.
Grandkid.
grandkid. Yeah,
Working.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's cute. His name's Nico. He's like 5 pounds.
Aw.
He's a tiny little guy.
All right.
He's hairier than Chewbacca.
Oh.
He's got back
So
hair,
good luck,
man.
'cause all my children that were tiny at birth are firecrackers now. So good luck.
Yeah, they're both fire. They're both firecrackers.
You
And they're
ask them a
both-
question. What's their favorite piece of merch they've seen in the Laurel store?
Oh, that's a good question.
We have a question
for you.
Oh, there she
There
is.
she is.
What's your favorite piece of merch you've seen in the Laurel?
What I
Hot
liked,
Shop?
obviously, I like the Maryland t-shirts. They're beautiful. Chad Savage did an amazing job from Sinister Visions.
Yeah.
Look back in our catalog because we had them on the show. I want to say off-brand would be the Ghostface knives, like the character
Oh, yeah.
knives.
Yes.
I really like those.
They
Those are
were
cool.
cool. I like all the
Those are cool.
knickknacks.
You got to be
Yes.
more
I
descriptive
know,
than
but
knickknacks.
it's like
It's like, oh,
that
I like
whole
that
back
show.
wall. I was just like, oh, I want that. I want that. I want that.
Yes. Our 3D print guy is amazing. If I'm like, hey, I would like this, this, and this, he's like, I got you. And he just comes up with amazing work. Amazing work. He's
Yeah,
super talented.
I got to talk to that guy.
Yeah, Chris is the man.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll do a commission piece.
And I liked all the witch stuff.
All the witch stuff.
All the witch
All
stuff.
the witch stuff.
Which you could tease.
Yes, we could tease you on that too. Mandy and I are starting a little company on our own. So
So
little
witchy stuff.
witchy stuff.
Witchy.
You're gonna love it.
Oh God, my credit card's full enough, and then I got haunt season and her getting witch stuff. Good God, man.
Love
gonna be
the
great.
witches.
And what else could we tease?
Oh boy, Mandy's
Possibly
just
the
really
start
just
of a Laurel makeup line.
Yeah, it's a possible start of a Laurel makeup line.
awesome.
Laurel is
That's
very
yeah.
nice for the makeup.
And you
But it's
guys
gonna be
have
more like
a photographer and makeup meetup coming, right?
Yes.
Yes, July 25th.
Yeah.
At the haunt. So they're gonna be doing makeup artists, photographers. It's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, it's really cool. Donna from Pro Air actually sent us, we just seen it tonight, a pretty nice contest gift to give out at that. So
That's awesome.
Exciting.
excited for it. I'm like, man, I want to win the gift.
We all work together and it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Izzy
the-
is a merch mastermind.
it was definitely the makeup
I-
artist that stole the show at this world's East Coast, because I know a lot of vendors didn't bring their A games because they didn't know how big this was going to be, and next year
It
will be
was-
different. But the makeup artist was my favorite part.
Oh, yeah.
Watching them.
Oh yeah.
I could
We-
have just
we-
sat there all day.
We were exhausted.
They were exhausted.
we-
Yeah.
We bit off a lot. I
Yeah.
mean, we
For
did.
us, yeah.
The-
bus
so we
tour.
did. We were on the bus tour. So every build for the 10th year had to be done before East Coast. So Matt and Alejo were madmen.
Yeah. Bringing in like, I mean, most of, I want to say a lot of staff were in there, helping the two of them
Yep.
just, demolition, build, paint.
Yeah, the Laurel
Every-
team was
The Laurel team is top
working,
notch. Yes.
working. And then we went from East Coast bus tour to having a booth and being a sponsor.
Yes.
And then we also, me and Alejo were running the Pro Air booth.
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah, East Coast, yeah, we
Yeah.
killed it,
We
man.
killed it.
Yeah, you guys
Yes.
did. And to let you guys know, I heard nothing but great things about the pre-haunt tour.
Yes. That was crazy. I mean, people were, as soon as they were getting off the bus, it was the amount of positive energy that was coming off, everyone, and being in the, the merch room and asking everyone, how'd you like it? What'd you think? Give me your feedback. Just kind of like just hearing what they loved. And they were like, wow, it was amazing in there. And people, especially who've never been to Laurel, were just so impressed. And it's such a great feeling to hear them say that, especially since these are people who are in the industry itself. That is
Some of
such
the
a
top-
great,
top names in the
Yeah.
industry.
such a great feeling to have them say these things. And so as soon as it was over, it was like me and Lori just kind of sitting there taking all this in. And as soon as it was over, we were like, okay, now we get to tell everyone else what they said, because they're not hearing it. They're all running around the haunt and just kind of spewing out all this, like, comments and all these things to everyone. And people were just, astounded by what was happening. And then some people were like, how long did it take you? I'm like, well, that's about a year's worth of construction that happened in less than 6 weeks. Soon as
Yeah.
Valentine's Day was over, that happened. And now it's, East Coast time. And we literally finished 2 days prior to you guys walking off that bus. So
I mean, we were still probably.
we were still probably, yeah, I think we were
Turn
still doing
around,
things.
leaving the
I know I was still building the merch, like tables and everything the same day. So we were like, okay, let's do this. So, and then trying to pack up everything and get in the cars and that, to set up in the morning. And we were exhausted. We were exhausted, but it was a lot of.
It was a magical moment though. East Coast, because like for us, Laurel's so magical and it's such a different show from most shows, and it was really cool to have the industry come out and see that.
Yeah,
and they loved the merch, man. They were going crazy for the merch.
Oh yeah, I think by the time when we got up there, I went in with 6 bins. I came back with 2. So it was great to have just people walking around with Laurel stuff and my stuff as well. It was amazing.
That's amazing.
That's cool.
I'm really happy.
Oh, great.
That was
well job.
You should have told them that when they asked you what was your most crazy.
Oh, that
experience.
is a crazy experience. See, this is why I have Mandy here.
Yeah, I know.
We did Let's Go Music Festival. We're just gonna backtrack. We did the Let's Go Music Festival, and Chris Daughtry
Festival.
came up to our booth while we were setting up, him and his daughter, and I literally looked at Evan, who was sitting next to me, and I said, "That's Daughtry," and he was like, "No, it's not." I said, "Yes, it is." I know exactly what he looks like. Plus, it also says Daughtry on his back tattooed. It was great. And so they came back, and his daughter was looking at some of the stuff that I was putting up. And I was like, "Oh, you're more than welcome to come into the booth. I'm kind of set up, but not really, but you come in." And they were the sweetest people ever. And she is very much into the witch and like haunted stuff. She's like, Salem is my favorite place. And I was just talking to her, and Daughtry was looking at some of the stuff, and he was like, "Oh, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go talk to the sound guy," and left her there with me for like 5 minutes. And then she left. So I was like, I could have given her something that was like kind of Laurel based or just anything, but I was like, let me just put something together. And then someone from the Let's Go Music Festival came over. I gave them a goodie bag for her, and she was apparently so excited and so like happy that I gave her this, that she actually came back to the booth and gave me a hug and thanked me for it.
Wow, that's awesome.
And then the bus driver threw her Starbucks cup away.
Yeah, so she got a bloody Starbucks cup, and then the tour bus driver accidentally threw it away. I got an email like a couple days later asking if they could purchase another one. And I was like, absolutely. I didn't make them pay for it. It was like one of my personal ones. I was like, put it in a box, sent it over out to California for them. And then they emailed me again and said they were so happy, and that he himself, Chris Daughtry, was so happy that she was able to get another one. So that right there, not for the notoriety, not for the fact, like, I don't even care if they ever posted it or said anything. It was just like, I made her happy.
You made a connection with her.
I made a connection with her. And the fact that his daughter was happy, and he was really happy that I was able to do something for her again and make her happy with that. That was right there enough. And she did get a Laurel shirt out of it too. So, and he did too.
I didn't get to meet him because me and Miss Laurel were having fun.
Listen, they went off on a golf cart, and I sit at the booth setting up. But yeah, we did give him a Laurel shirt.
No regrets.
And
no regrets.
I'm sure we'll see it eventually. All because he likes to tear all his sleeves off.
Yeah.
We'll see. Hopefully we'll see him wearing it one day. But yeah, that's my highlight.
Your highlight.
That is my highlight. Yes.
That's
Thank you for
awesome,
reminding me.
That just happened.
Yeah, and it just happened too.
Well, that weekend, a lot of the bands, like before the event started, would be coming into the booth and admiring the merch. And then we had the 2 big photo gargoyles with us. And half the time I didn't even realize who I was talking to.
It's hard because it happened last year when we did it as well. Some of the band members were coming around looking at the different booths before any of the guests come in. And you're not really paying attention to who's coming around, because it's not like they wear shirts that say what band they are, or like you just see they have a lanyard that says like, backstage.
Oh,
Well, that's because we don't know who Winnie was on Country Day.
That's right. Country Day was.
Yeah.
We're not country people.
Yeah, me neither. So it's okay.
We're not.
Yeah, we're not country, but it was
that one country guy.
Oh, we lost them again. I think they're freezing. Oh, there we go.
He wanted a Laurel t-shirt.
Are we freezing?
Yeah.
You're freezing.
Are we there?
There we go. Can you hear us?
Uh-oh.
Remix.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, cool. We're good. You're better.
There we go.
Stupid
Mandy's
internet.
fault.
The witchcraft.
No, it's not the witchcraft, Mandy.
We would show up in some of the bookshelves. Like your keychains.
Ooh, keychains.
You can hear my son.
Hey,
Everything is over there, Charlie.
hey, let me show off some cool stuff that my mom's saying. I'm taking the keychain off my backpack.
Yeah, you could tease some of the new
And-
merch that's coming.
Yeah, we worked on a few things. I used my son as labor when Mandy's not around.
I get cool stuff out of it, so it's honestly a good deal.
Wait, I don't get cool stuff out of it.
Yes, you do.
I don't have a bloody cup.
Oh, we lost
Oh,
it.
we lost her.
Mm.
Pause it.
What that was. So we did create some new merches, like I said. We're very much into bloody stuff. So it says, well, that escalated quickly.
Oh, I like it.
It's a bloody motel keychain. This one has a bloody knife with a cat on it. Can you see? Let me see if I get that.
There it
There we
Oh,
go.
that's cute.
There we go. So there's a whole bunch of different ones that has a bunch of different knives on it. My son was helping me make these. Like I said, we're trying to kind of do a little bit of like horror, a little bit of witchy. I can hear him literally digging through all the boxes.
He's a supportive. Her son is so supportive. We love Charlie.
Yes.
Charlie's a good
Made
boy.
these.
Yes. This is part of our Terry will like these. This is part of our little witchy line. It's
They
kind
don't
of-
really shake it.
yeah.
And
It's
purple.
it's a potion bottle and it has a stabby knife on it.
And it's purple.
And it's purple. Well, we know what color her favorite color is.
Hey,
And then very much a just a basic keychain. We're doing like some witchy
That's cute.
stuff with tassels. So there's gonna be like a lot of different things that we're just kind of bringing in. Like I said, a lot of in-house stuff that is going to be very
This is probably one of your best ideas.
yes, a lot of things that are
You probably have to credit Chase for it.
tchotchke little things. Yes.
Yeah.
I will definitely credit Jada for this one, which is Mandy's daughter. Is a huge Taylor Swift fan.
Annoying Taylor Swift fan.
Huge. Like
She
the
is
fact that
definitely-
sometimes when we have karaoke nights, all she wants to do is sing Taylor Swift and we all want to kill her, but we love her. It's fine. But we decided one day that it'd be a lot of fun to make Taylor Swift bracelets, but haunt style. And I'll also can read that. This one says
I
that
like
bitch.
it.
This one has
God's in there.
yeah, so a couple Greek gods in there, but they're all different.
This is an actual Taylor Swift one that I made.
That is a Taylor Swift one. This one also says bad bitch, but they're all different and they just have
These she cannot keep on the shelf at all.
I can't keep them on the shelf.
I
We
can
had them
imagine,
out
yeah.
for Let's Go, and to the point where I had to as we got home late at night, I was trying to make things make them, and they're not hard to make, but it's the creativity. This one says oh my gosh, but again they're all different and they're just she was like make me a Taylor Swift bracelet. I was like oh dear god, what but then we literally sat here at my pool table. I'll definitely have to show you or send you a picture so you can use it later. What my pool table looks like, it looks like a craft table took over. But we all sat at my pool table one night and just did bracelets for hours.
It's great for mental illness.
That part. But it's good because you're using your hands, you're trying to come up with ideas, but you're also trying to coordinate your colors, and it's all a bunch of different little things here and there. And it was, we were like, let's see if it happens. What happens? And we put them in the merch room, and they were just flying off the shelves, just flying because people love it. It's just something that they could put on their wrist really quick, but also it had a very haunt feel. We were doing haunt words, we were doing gothy words, we were doing witchy words, we were doing that. And then we took it to a festival and they were flying off the shelf at this festival. And I was like, if we keep doing this, it's going to be great. But just little things like that we can do in-house has been helping us just also bring people to our booth. And that's what's helping a lot, especially when we do events as well, because we bring them to our side of the booth and then I send them over to Mandy's side of the booth. And I'm like, here, Mandy, do some marketing. And then I send them over to Evan and I'm like, here, see if they want to work for us.
For real.
I think one of the great things about how Izzy runs the merch store is she caters to everybody's financial needs. You know what I mean? Because you get a lot of kids and teenagers coming through who, some of them like barely could scrape the money up for the tickets. So, I think that's one of the great things is you cater to everybody's financial needs.
Absolutely. I don't want to sell things that are, here's a bracelet. It's $15. That's absolutely insane. No, these bracelets cost $5. At one point we had when Crocs, and Crocs are still a big, huge thing. We had Crocs at a festival just for fun, but they were all horror Crocs and, or horror charms. I'm sorry, Charlie. Horror charms. And we were selling them for like $1.50. They were so inexpensive, but people loved them because then they were making their Crocs into horror Crocs, and the kids love them, or the younger teenagers love them because one, in our area, all these teenagers apparently love wearing Crocs. So that kind of just put a little bit of just that horror into their style. And Christmas is the same thing. I make Christmas ornaments that are Laurel based and horror based. And for Valentine's Day, we do the same thing. We had glitter roses that we had people selling in line, and people were just falling over them, and they were just loving them. The guys were just buying them for their girlfriends and their wives. Some people were just buying them for themselves because they were covered in glitter.
Take to Miss Laurel.
Or they were taking them to Miss Laurel because Miss Laurel just needs 1,000 roses in her dressing room, and people were just taking them to her. That was kind of part of our gimmick, is like, buy a rose, take it to Miss Laurel. But we come up with these ideas, and a lot of times I'm always waiting for someone to be like, Isabel, you're insane. But they listen to me, and they go with what I want for about 5 minutes, and then they go, that was a really good idea. And I'm like, I know, let's do it again.
That's awesome.
Half the haunt is theater kids, and the other half is part of the alphabet mafia.
Yes.
It's a show. No matter where you look, it's a show.
Absolutely.
We're probably the only haunt with glitter.
Yes. There's so much glitter in that haunt. So much glitter.
That's awesome. All right, so do you want to tell us about your Instagram? Custom made Isabel de la Rosa spooky art.
Yeah, you got it. Yes, so you can find all of my custom made items as well as the things that I actually do at Laurel as well. At Izzy Spooky Art 3 on Instagram. I've been doing custom artwork for probably going on 10-15 years now. Or Instagram hasn't really been around that long, but I've been putting them up for a while. But I've been doing things from spooky art to goth to horror, everything in between. If I find something new that I want to try, I will do it. And if it works out, I put it on there and I have fun with it. And I love it. So if anyone is looking for custom work, I'm your girl.
Makes a lot of nerd stuff.
And I do make a lot of nerd stuff because I am an absolute nerd. I
Nice
love
D&D.
I am a D&D master. I'm a dungeon master and I love it. Don't hate Mandy because she's my bard and she plays D&D with me, so do not.
I'm strictly there for entertainment.
She sings to us all the time. But we do have a D&D group in our haunt, so we do some D&D art as well. But we love it and I love it and I, enjoy doing it. It does keep my my level of pain from my chronic illness down and allows me to just sit in my art room. As you see, I think you can see most of it behind me and the rest of it's on the other side. Just kind of, I sit here and I watch my son play video games sometimes, or we put a movie in. A lot of crime shows, true crime. Love it. And I just do art and it just keeps my myself sane until Mandy comes down and then we're just off topic for half the night.
Yay, you're welcome. Chaos. Angelica too. She brings the chaos too.
Angelica brings the chaos too.
Hey,
Miss Laurel's
chaos.
in the house. Yes, Miss Laurel's in the house. She's sleeping on my couch right now. Taking a nap.
Awesome.
Tell you what.
Well, before they go,
Yes.
because this is kind of a theme anytime they interview Laurel people,
Oh yeah.
they ask about Alejo. I can let you in on a little secret. Alejo kind of was wanting to play with the idea of making it almost like a competition contest thing where you guys have to reach a certain amount of subscribers and then he'll come on the show.
Okay.
Because he's a
Okay.
diva like that. So of course
That's okay.
But he also said you had to have asked at least 5 people in a row about getting Alejo on the show.
Okay, so
I think I'm supposed to be
you're
supposed to be number 5.
So can you get Alejo
Yes.
on the show? Because it was.
I will ask him to get on the show. But I was told in order for him to get on the show, you have to do it live and in person at the haunt.
No problem.
Okay.
Oh, she's FaceTiming him right now. Hold on.
No problem.
Is
Yeah, we could do that.
he going to answer?
you might not. Hey, Alejo. I'll call on my Cameron. Alejo who has to do the interview. It's been the 5th person.
5th person.
They can't hear. They're at a club.
Oh, they're at a club. Forget it. I'll get them tomorrow.
Have fun.
I can't hear you. So
They have 5 people. You have to do their interview now.
He's running.
Gamer.
Bye.
and I'm telling you guys now, I will do the interview if you do it live at the haunt.
Yeah,
No
that's what I
problem.
told
Oh, yeah,
him.
there's that too.
I told you guys that at halfway.
Yep, that's what I told him, Alejo.
You guys, but that's my final answer. Love you. Bye.
Okay,
Love
bye.
you.
Love you.
He drunk. He's
Yeah,
been drinking.
the diva has
Has left the building.
He has left the building. He has spoken. Must be live at the haunt, and then we'll all be there
Now,
because that'll be
what it
great.
is, you guys have intrigued him now.
Yes,
Intrigued. We've intrigued.
intrigued. I love it.
I think he means to be bothered enough
He's
people
like,
in the industry.
Oh, like, how you explain Alejo? He's one of those people. He's like, oh, you want to take my picture? Don't take my picture, but here, let me get a close up. Love you, Alejo.
Love you, Leo.
Yes, we love you. We will definitely come to you. It's no big deal.
Absolutely, it'll be great. He'll love it.
Yeah.
We'll do a whole audience. We'll just do a whole audience behind you watching him. It'll be great.
We'll have an in-house laugh track
Yes.
I
like
like it.
Seinfeld.
I like it. All right. So we got no other questions, and I'm really curious of what Mandy's going to tell me when we go off air.
Right.
So,
Yes.
is there anything else you want to plug or talk about before we disconnect?
No, I think no. Our calendar's officially up now.
Yes.
Our first day is September 13th, which is Friday the 13th.
Regular tickets are up for sale.
Yeah, and regular tickets are up for sale. They're live now.
And there's
Um,
lots of special surprises coming for the 10th season.
It's our 10
Yeah.
years,
Decade of Fear.
our decade
The
of
year
freedom.
of the X.
So that is our biggest huge thing. It's our 10 year. That's our
Somehow we've made it 10 years without burning the building down.
Mandy.
You better knock on some wood.
Where's the wood in here?
Look, I was on vacation.
somewhere, wood somewhere. No, that's sinkhole. Yeah, no, our 10 year, that's our biggest thing. I can tell you that there's going to be a lot of new stuff in the merch room. So definitely come by and take a look. For anyone who comes by, we're just gonna have a lot of new things. Mandy and I and Lori as well. We're just going to be creating new things, and we are so excited to bring just a lot of new stuff and a lot of new ideas to that room. And that's all I can say.
So no matches and gasoline.
No matches and gasoline.
No.
Unless it's part of a witchy little box. Other
Outside,
than that,
in the parking lot, 300 feet from the house.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
But thank you so much for hopping on. It was a real treat. We learned a lot about merch shops, and I've
Yes.
been right all along.
I never said just any that you were wrong.
I'm not saying you did. I'm just pointing out to all you guys out there, get a goddamn
Yes.
merch shop.
Absolutely.
Give me some money.
Absolutely.
All right. Izzy, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you
I'll
so
put-
much for having
I'll
me.
put all your
Appreciate it.
links in the, what do they call that? The description thing? I don't think anyone
Yes.
reads that stuff, but I put it there anyway.
Awesome. I appreciate it.
But guys, what'd you say? I don't know.
I don't know.
Live show, August 18th. Come throw some axes, 20% off with the promo code HH365. I don't know how I just forgot the promo code. But Howler's Hatchet House, Columbus, New Jersey, just outside the Columbus Flea Market. So it's the best axe house in New Jersey. So make sure you come out there. And we'll see you next Monday.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Wow.